right, let's get Jay started. All right. Alan, you on this for president?
Sir.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Here.
Yes, here. Here. Here.
All right. Approval of November minutes.
Name of the paper.
What's he need?
Pen.
Here you go.
Take out.
Go right there.
Get it for 32. I make a motion to approve, Mr. President.
Second.
Motion and second, roll call.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, they tabled the the October financials. I don't have you got those in front of you, Jason, I wanted you to go over there.
Not very good order here,
They're not
but not order.
I got page 2.
Page 1. We'll start with, we'll show balance sheet and general fund.
Yeah, it's hot enough.
66.
Have y'all got that sheet?
What sheet?
You good on?
Balance sheet, previous year comparison to general fund for October 31st.
Oh. Okay. I got multiple page 2.
Are you looking at, is it November or December or October?
I don't know. Look, we got
I got January to October is all I got in here.
I don't know. This is. Just let me go with name. It's gonna be easier for us. What was
The
it?
balance sheet, previous year comparison, city, Glenwood, general fund, and water and sewer.
Water and sewer's all right.
Okay,
we had
hey,
those last
turn it
month.
over. Turn the whole thing over. There you go. Gotcha. We'll go back.
What's on the back side?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, so, that one's easy, there's not much time.
There's not much time left. Don't look at that.
I'm gonna, and I unstable amounts of mine, I'm gonna just make 4 results, so I'm going to wait. The next one I'm gonna look at is city Glenwood general fund P&L previous year comparison. It should be January, to October 25, January, to October 24.
Got it.
Next page. Over there.
For year to date. Net income is, actually net loss in 2021 versus 89,000 net income in 24. Look at the main differences, gross profit is down about 130,000, and that can be attributed to the 2 grants for one for 99,000 and 57,000 that were not received in 25. Expenses are about 80,000 higher, and most of that, you know, look at those, you've got park expense, which is about 38,000, court expense. Those are the 2 that will make up that difference.
And you have started getting in court expense, where we're getting $189 a month. 1,500, but we had not got any of that money since, but we were 5 months behind. But instead of the $189 a month, we're gonna get what our police department brings in. Murfreesboro don't get our money. And I did sign that agreement with them that 100% of the court cost revenue, what we were talking about, Murfreesboro was getting, they'll get breaks from Glenwood and from and now they're just gonna go, you're gonna, if you collect $2,000, you're gonna get $2,000 back, about $7,000 out of the state, and then 50% of it will go in our budget, because we broke down our budget, in departments that said it was already funded out of general fund. So it's got specific things, so you may have to add the 4 lines. Brenda, that, I think it's either 3 or 4 lines that money specifically got to go through the UDA and and you can, so you put those lines in our budget. The general fund was done. So that money still, it's going to be general fund, and we go down to the fund. But you'll get about anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 more a month, depending on what the court cost is.
Next report is the general fund profit loss budget to actual. So we 3 pages long. Through October, the budget was about 650. This for the year, the budget 650,000 in gross profit. 67% after October, so far off. We were exceeding some of the expensive items like vehicle expense for police and fire, park expense.
What we do in the salaries there to be over, but the salaries, for the police department should be over budget on police. Those are an exact number that's in budget, if they, once we got a budget. Or salaries, what all paid out salaries? Yeah. That would just be police area, that would be your, I guess, number up. You're the ones that don't. Yeah. You may have done to make it a little more. Okay. We're good.
Now we will go to city limit street fund balance sheet.
Is that supplies police one accurate? Almost 300% over?
You fix that car that before.
Okay.
Well, your mom was that car we fixed.
Check out this one. And I know it's gonna cost us, what should be.
Yeah. How many, can I talk for a minute? How many, this ain't something you gotta be deciding now, but how many vehicles do y'all generally use? I know you have more in service, but you generally have, your truck, which is the total number of how many? Okay, and then there's five. Okay. But during a normal time before.
Those two are for the auxiliary. If you've got the auxiliary working, those two are the auxiliaries are driving those two vehicles.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay, I'm just gonna make this statement, then we go on some other business. But here is something that we strongly need to consider, I think. And I know this, I've been in the license car dealer for 34 years, roughly. But these vehicles got so expensive to fix until we're gonna be better off. We're gonna be better off to buy, simple buy, use our older cars, maybe our better older stuff or our auxiliary, as long as we can, and put our officers in brand new cars with like an Ally, $2,300, about $2,000 warranty that covers its 120,000 miles and run it for 5 years and sell it and move on. And we're gonna be better off to make it in the Cape than we are to keep pumping money into the cars because, I mean, I go down the list and make it, but your GM products have trouble with spider clusters, injectors, and from 7 to 11 models, you know, your Suburban and all that stuff, and then your Ford, your Tri-Town V8s, they had trouble with the cam phasers, and them are all very expensive fixes, and there's a whole list of different reasons why different models won't sustain very much life like they used to. They just do it. And there's exceptions to the rule, you know, you go 2,000 Duramaxes, some of your player models, but I'm not saying we need to go, you know, call our car, go buy a new car, but we strongly need to consider that when it's time to do something on our car before we pump $10,000 or $15,000 in it. I think look at our options real hard. Right. And I get that part of it.
And if you look at what we've expensed here, we've expensed money on 3 vehicles. That one that the kid tore up was our first expense. We had one of those. And then, you spent a couple $1,000s on 2 different vehicles. It's not been dumped in one vehicle. You kept 3 vehicles in service for the money you spent there for, you either had to fix them or park them.
Yeah, but they're going, what I'm saying is they're going to come that point in there before very long, that we're going to have to look real hard at whether we can dig in deeper on some of them. Because one of the main reasons is a vehicle is used to someone driving it every day. They drive a certain way, they do a certain thing, and then someone else gets in there, they treat the driver line differently, they treat different things, they don't be doing anything wrong. But my point is, these newer vehicles get to where you can't hardly find a way to fix them, and if you can, you can't afford to pay the price to get it fixed.
We've got, what's your vehicle? What do you model vehicle? And we got a 20, yours is a 22? 2020? And then, what?
But anyway, we can move on to new business.
And then you got one car, one car that's still over there. Right?
A lot of them with solid motors had new transmissions. So we can move on to new stuff. It's something to think about next time.
City limit street fund balance sheet. Previous year comparison. And again, not much change there. $1,447 versus $1,420. Street fund is profits and loss. Previous year comparison. $86,000 loss this year versus $92,000 last year. There's stole $300,000 worth of grants in income for it.
Well, we voted, remember, we voted to do $500,000 for restructuring, we knew we were going over budget, that's where you had. If I was to be an actually spending the 367, I don't think budget, the budget, but the grant did not come in until that would be, it should be there next year, because it's the third year, and it will have to, they have to fund you every 3 years, they say that. I would think we were 6 away from getting funded a year ago, and some way they just keep coming in front of us. We'll talk about that, but we'll see when that comes in.
Sanitation fund, balance sheet, 50,000 more this year than last year.
Yeah,
Budget to actual, we're at 84% budget through the end of October, so we're tracking.
Anything notable stand out?
None of this so far. Water and sewer department balance sheet this year comparison. About $1.5 million difference, most of that's cash, our current assets.
And the thing we gotta look at there, are all of our bank notes, all of our, not bank notes, all of our bonds have been refinanced. You got the income sitting there for the new water and sewer project, which we haven't got no bank note yet. So you're getting income there that you're not, that's not, that profit that looks is there, is not really, you got a, well, now it's gonna be probably a 5-year windfall that you don't have a payment because we're, did refinance, 2 years already? And you won't have a note payment till 2 years, a year or 2 years after you get the project done. But we don't even have any more project bid yet. The sewer project will bid. I'm not sure if they're gonna run that before we do the January meeting. I think you're gonna have that effective bid, that project, because there'll be loan closing that night she comes down here next month. And they may already be funding that, so you'll probably see that project go to construction by June. So you will start spending the sewer money on the budget this year, it won't finish this year, you'll start seeing expense. But you still won't have a note payment on that for probably 2 more years. You got at least probably a 2 more year windfall that you get your expense for this time. But you're not, that will be an expense, a big expense, but I don't think it's gonna be a big expense.
Did we, are you, sorry, go ahead. Are you in the water and sewer still? Go ahead. All right. You can, on that insurance property, did we adjust that? Because I noticed that we're way over budget on it. Is that just because the new figure's not in there yet? Because it says, January through October is 5,400. It says we budget 26.
We're at,
Go to your, it's profit and loss versus actual. It says insurance property sewer.
last year, was at almost 12.
Exactly. So there, 54.7. Insurance property sewer.
It's possible, you have a, I think we've got something up there, had a number
so.
mixed up last year because you had a, was it a 12% increase in the overall premium?
Correct.
So if we had all those categorized correctly, then if you look at water, it's not over. It's
Correct.
over, but if you look at both of them, a 12% increase, you're not over. So I have to look at
Okay.
how we got that entered because the rate was up about 12% overall.
Yeah, they went
And your
over.
water is not up any, but your sewer is up. But if you look at the 20 or 12% of those two numbers, you're going to be, and you pay that, I put that in this budget, but I don't know what that payment's gonna be.
We don't.
That payment is made in what, in like, and we don't know what the premium's gonna be on that, put it in last year's budget.
Okay.
So we're actually running here behind on the number. I can't see that number until a year already though.
Yeah, but we know it's not gonna be 203%.
Well,
That's right.
do the water and sewer number and you're right.
But I know, I can see
I
it.
gotta go
It's
back, I gotta go back
absolutely-
and see which number, we got one property probably listed wrong, or had it listed wrong last year.
Okay.
Because remember, last year was the year we tried to split all that down,
Yes, that was the- yes.
The number's not changing, we may have an asset in the wrong account. I'll have to look at that.
Does our vote count as much since we don't have property money?
What's that? Any other questions on the water and sewer bill?
Any other questions on the bill?
Did you do the street? Did you do street?
Yeah.
I must have sleep.
You were busy looking at that insurance.
Yeah, I probably was. You're probably right. Thank you.
Do I have a motion to accept October 25 balance? Do I have a motion, have a second?
Yes, sir.
Roll call.
Mr. Chris? Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
You have November financials?
I have November's here, but I suggest we table November's because they're in the worst quarter of October.
Have a motion to table the
Yes.
I'll make it.
November financials.
I'll second it. Jimmy made it, I'll second it.
Roll call.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny? Yes. Chris?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Okay. CDs, basically, those are CDs for us, ACD, right? Last month.
A lot of them, like.
We have made a motion.
I know it went fine.
Approved those last month. Anything else?
I think they've all been signed.
Yeah, we went fine. I took it from one bank to the other.
Oh, did you look at that? They don't get them out of the sewer, the water sewer account,
You got it. It'll be. Bill, I was still looking, it's gonna be right in with.
We're transferring it.
It's gonna stay the same place.
Okay.
I hope it's
I
parts.
will get with each other.
Sounds good.
The high bidder is Diamondback again, and we're moving, how much money? $500,000. We're going by 250 last week, we're going to Diamondback, the highest bidder, exactly, so. Diamondback is the high bidder, and you're bringing that sheet, we'll put it in the minutes. Jason's got the bid sheet, so the Diamondback is the high bidder.
He said he'd give
We're about $250,000 CDs at a time. Yeah, the motion to do that.
What's the firm on this? The time? How long does it go?
You'll need to do a short.
$250,000 CDs, I think, that we get water. Diamondback, they're the high bidder, and can we put the interest rate in the minutes tomorrow? He's got the interest rate in his office. Okay. Okay. Have a motion second?
I'll make it. Second.
Roll call.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny? Yes. Chris?
Yes.
Need to, we will go through this last one, this is more, generator, but the hilltop, not the state price, we have 40,000 in the budget. It's 38,396, and the sales tax only make 42,236. But we don't need to approve that purchase. They'll deliver that Wednesday instead of pad.
We made it, is there any changes?
No, it's just what you told me to do last time, this invoice, I just
Make
need,
that motion, let's move on.
make a motion to tip the invoice on the
I'll second.
north side power general, or hilltop. A motion, second, roll call.
Chris?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The next room, that's the pickup room, is ordered for the guys at the street. South Hall has that in, get that brings it to you. That was in the budget, that picture's out there, item in the budget, they're putting purchases for you, $11,770.
I'll make a motion to second this.
The motion is, have a second,
Second.
roll call.
Yes.
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Yes.
The air compressor, there, just information. I've ordered that today, air compressor, the water points out. And it's gonna be helping stop. That compressor probably is 5 years old.
That compressor is older than 45 years old. I know the compressors. They were there before I was there. I was there, what, 2000?
We have two, in this station, we have two compressors, a motor, a dryer, and a big tank. And this is replacing one of them. That's cost. It's not here yet, I did that today, in 2 minutes. I don't think we'll see. Next thing she's got is look at the 2026 budget. It's all went through it. Wish y'all had any changes from what I presented last month. There's no changes in this from what you looked at last month.
Nothing's changed, we can amend the budget monthly, as needed, right?
You can,
It's
but
not
I have to have a
all-
good budget.
No, I know that, I'm just making sure that doesn't change.
If there's nothing changed from what we looked at last,
No, I mean on the monthly, I mean.
yeah, you can amend it, you can amend it every month.
Right.
And the way the general fund and the police department budget worked this year, with the extra money reason we were able to make the budget balance in the general fund, when we had trouble before, we're still not out of trouble in the general fund. But it's gonna make a big difference getting that, anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month in the police department as opposed to $189 really good. So that's how the pay raises and the expenses that are running over the balance.
So it doesn't reflect the budget amount for general fund,
It should be in the police side, that
for
amount.
total general fund.
You gotta look, you gotta look at the police department, you gotta look at the police department income separate to get down to the bottom line. You got a general fund account, and you got a police account. We don't want to hold this, the only thing that's critical when I get it done before the next meeting, I gotta have the salary increase approved, because they've got budget paid. And that's on the water sheet.
Well, I'm not talking about just the police, Bill, I'm talking about on page 3, your columns. You don't have it projected for the remainder of the year, and the 2025 budget is not reflected there. So we don't know where we're gonna end.
No, that's not in here. I will continue that.
Okay. And then I had a question on the street budget. It's showing 2025 at the top left header, whatever the numbers reflected, it's showing January to September 2024.
That should be fine. We're going off with the,
Is the numbers reflected 25 or 24?
should be here, it's,
As far as I know, it is. I'm not looking at the details got that on the computer, and I'm gonna take it, because we change all those numbers, and you pull those numbers in off of the spreadsheet that's sitting there. You probably see that should be, double check it, normally line to line. And Joe will wait on this.
Can we approve their salary increase and table this? I mean, I'd like to really go through this. I want to
You
go
really
through
see better go through it. Really better go through it. You get the numbers for the year.
I 100% agree with that, yes. So I'd like to see where we ended on actual versus budget.
I have no problem with
six
that.
feet is fine.
We don't have any problem with that as long as we got the salary.
I'll make a motion that we approve the salary increase, but table the proposed budget until next meeting.
Second.
Roll call.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Huh? It's in, I gave you the sheet. It's in there. It's about 2%, but the big problem with that is you had a $200 employee health increase a month. Wasn't that right? So at 2% plus $200 a month for insurance. For insurance. So the county, we matched the county this year, the county gave no pay raise. But they went back for the last 2 years and haven't paid they've been making employees pay an amount over, whatever the insurance was over, which is about $100 a month. So the county picked up about $350 expense if I understand their budget right. And gave the county no pay raise, but they're not paying 100% of insurance. The insurance is what they're going to another person. It's in the $833 a month in employee. That's a big,
Yes.
big pay. Big loan.
We were dropping one of the positions, right?
Yes, one position. But there's a position in there for some dollars. That's not a staff position yet, but we've got some employees, going to do some training, and we get training, and we get all that. That's it. All right. RVIS has got several invoices again. They're working on getting everything finished up. If you look at, there's an invoice in there on RVIS, one of them says Caddy Hill School pump station. And if you look, there should be a sheet in there somewhere that's got a pump. Well, it's in here. The pump was purchased over a year ago. And when North Pike County, when Northern come to, when the past administration come, they wanted not to pay the amount of the water rate that was in there for the maintenance.
Is it the 20,000 model? What bill?
No, that's the motor on the,
Oh, that's the one.
I thought I had that bill in here.
There's one here, there's 4,900.
That is the equipment. That's labor to put the pump in it. The 4,900.
Chris, it's the back of the RBS back.
It's laid into the back of this thing.
Very nice. Just like Caddy Hill School.
It's not the pump.
That's just
not
labor.
the
That's the labor.
Yeah, that's just the labor. That's not the pump.
I got that in your packet, but some way that's, let me go here somewhere.
Wouldn't it around 10 or something like
I
that?
can't remember. But anyway, Norman is wanting to pay this out because they're not paying us maintenance on the pump station, it's their pump station. But they do have money for the pump. And the pump is ordered in here and paid for, and it got listed in the sewer department. It's not sewer department pump, it is that pump station pump. So they're gonna owe us $49.25.91 plus with that pump. And they won't, y'all need to approve me spending that money, but then that money's gonna be paid back to Norman plus the pump. That was.
How long we string it out?
I don't know. They were supposed to got me before this meeting, told me what they want to pay, so I bring it to you. They have not. That other one I think was around 8. It may have been 10. I can't remember. I have a copy of
It's
that.
roughly $5,000 we're talking about.
That's just the labor. You're looking at another.
$5,000 and probably somewhere between 8 and 10,000. We got close to $15,000.
Yeah.
They took that out of the water bill when I was off the council. They come and said they didn't want to pay that. They were taking care of the maintenance. You were on the council.
If we gave them 6 months, would that,
I don't think that's it. I don't think they will. Maybe that's $1,000 a month. No, no,
Let's approve the invoice, and then the next meeting we have, we need to get.
they're supposed to be here at the next meeting.
I would be open to 12 months like Jim. Anything after that, it starts getting into the calendar year and everything else. But, we also need to figure out whether we do it or whether we want to. But if we're going to do it, it seems to me like we ought to be doing it for the exact same rate as what the rate of the CDs. The money ain't free. And, it don't need to cost us to help them. Is that right, Bill?
I agree with you 100%.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Okay, so
If it's,
if y'all put a motion, and they'll see if they can handle that, I'll handle that, because you gotta be at the next meeting, I'll see if it's all acceptable. They're supposed to get, they got their, city general money, they started getting their check back this month. They were cut off completely, but they didn't know, all that money, they started getting their money from their state public money, they got check back this month.
I'm gonna make a motion to accept invoice 1009-006-1.
I'll say that motion.
Roll call, had a motion for roll call.
Chris?
Yes.
Al, Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Then,
We'll make a motion that we discuss with Norman payment procedure,
Establish the terms.
establish the terms.
Second.
Seconded.
Yes, sir.
Al, yeah, Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
is the interest rate, we need to figure that payment at 4 point, what are you saying, our CDs are about paying 4.5%, 4.5%?
Well, what's gonna be our stance moving forward if they have no trouble with it?
That's what I was sitting there
I didn't
thinking, I
want to
don't
do that part,
want
I
to
didn't,
start
I was thinking,
Well, you wanna do the right thing, but
we don't
we don't
want
want
to
to broke doing it.
this is not our, but they weren't us out of responsibility, they couldn't.
under their situation they got going on right now, their neighbor, our neighbor, and I get it, we can help them on this deal. We don't need to start running house accounts and accounts receivable in here.
Well, we agree.
You can't let them go without water, but at the same time, we're not budgeting.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm with Johnny, let's go this time, and then next time, maybe we'll be next time.
All right, the rest of these are work that RBS has done at the sawmill lift station.
You just gonna catch up after that money?
There's two. So, the two invoices on King.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you sure that one, the second one's not the one for, not what's that?
There's one Cane, there's one at the industrial park, Cane Creek.
Okay, so
I
on
see.
the, on the ninth, they installed pumps and basic guide rails, and then back here's where they were building it. I got you. Okay, I see. That makes more sense.
Oh.
I think, I haven't done a walk around with them, they won't do a walk around, Christmas got, all holidays got played. I believe all these lift stations are finished. The only one, well, that's not any work we've got done yet. We've got the Cincy phone still to hook up at Rice Lift Station. And then we've got some of the other work at the sewer plant. I'm getting real close to being caught up on all the back work. That's there. This is work that TJ was supposed to have done a year ago, some of it 2 years ago. This is, as far as I know, well, we got the pump is set up here, the water plant for the river, they put in, they gotta do that, the DMD, that pump paid for it, the way we put it in, so.
I don't, the only thing that gets me on these invoices is, and it may just be me, but a lot of this product that they got come from either John Plowder's or Cobra Supply or something like that, which the city has accounts at. They went, bought it, and then charged 15%.
He's gonna charge 15% if he does it later, because he's just doing an hourly labor, so he's getting the material, he's getting 15% of the material costs like they did each other. Whatever the material cost is, he's charging 50%.
Okay. Well, I guess
That's the way,
business is
that's the way all the RDIS markets do
I
that.
see what Chris is saying, they're using Young's accounts receivable and our money and then charging us for it. Is that what you're
They're charging
15%,
15%,
yeah.
they're charging 15%, they've always done that, every, one of the RDIS has been on the city.
Yeah.
If they just do an hourly rate job, he charges 15% for the material he's using, no matter who pays for it. If he buys it, and bills you direct, he's got 15% more for it.
I don't like it more Chris does, but we're in a real good position to shop on that kind of stuff.
I can get him just to bill you, it's gonna have 15% in it.
It's
He's gonna get 50%, whether it goes up 50% later, it don't really matter.
The total being labor is gonna be in parts, if parts are
Yeah.
$1,000, put
If you gonna get
15% on it,
somewhere.
and he buys it from us, or
So what if he buys it, puts it on?
It just cuts,
he's gonna charge you 15%. He's gonna, for putting the material in, he's charging 15%.
Just labor.
No.
So
Total cost, he
if
gets
so what I'm
15%.
getting at, if he goes down the store and tells you this is what I need, and we give it to him, that goes on our bill, then he only charges 15% labor, not
You're
parts
gonna look at
too.
that invoice, he's gonna be done 15%, or he's gonna go up on his labor cost. One way or the other, he's gonna get 15%.
That's why I said what I said a while ago. You either gonna get labor or you gonna get parts, so it's making sure. I mean, it just caught my eye. That's what happened.
That's his profit for doing the job. And if he's public.
Yeah, but if I buy the parts, he shouldn't charge profit on the parts I bought. Be like,
Any
it'd be like,
contractor gonna be for
so
something.
it'd be like me buying a set of brakes and bringing them to you and say, put these brakes on my car. You're gonna charge me a price, but you're not gonna say how much you pay for the brakes. I'm gonna charge you 15% for the parts.
Most of the mechanics,
Don't worry
that
about
makes on the car, got a markup in the brakes when they put them on, they didn't put them on for what they cost.
What Chris is saying, and I agree with him, is it's either gonna be hitting the labor. or
Correct.
or
Not
something.
both.
Yeah. it's gonna-
I can get him bill of fittings
No,
out.
let's just leave it alone, let's go. Let's go.
I understand what you're saying, but he's gonna make 15% on the material.
We need to do these individually.
You can do them all at once, like you do the rest of them.
We can read them all off, I'm assuming.
You need to take that one off, and have one again.
I've already done that.
Okay, read this out.
Make motion, we approve invoices number starting with 1009-007-2, invoice number 1009-005-5, 1009-008-2, invoice number 1009-005-4, and invoice number 1009-007-2.
And this, just like a note, this quote,
First one, the last one.
Scratch that last one.
this is work we already discussed, planned on doing all that, now the bill's due, so basically like we said.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Butterfield is the motor that was put on the other day at the sewer plant. They burned up. Now, I'll tell you, I had a,
Certainly.
water plant. This is
I thought it was water.
This is 125 horsepower motor that burned up at the water plant.
This is the one that won't go away, right?
This is the problem, I'm going, I'll go over discussion. The motor's in and working.
I make a motion to approve invoice number 349566.
Second.
Motion second, okay.
Yes.
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 Do we have a backup for this?
The backup motor for that we pulled is the rebuilt motor that costs that leaking oil. And they are, he's got a, he told me today something about the tube goes up with that motor ground in, that was hanging. And I had to think, well, I'll tell you what, I said, go ahead and run that motor. And what they want to give me a call for it. But they're not, they're this motor coming. Give me a price down. I said, I'd be happy with that investment, it doesn't play a difference. We'll get the new motor. This was the motor we bought from them, that was reconditioned.
Oh, the one that was leaking on twice, 3 times down?
This is the second time we played.
Second, yeah.
And that's not burned up motor, it's just a leaking oil. And so that would be our backup and or I told him today if he would, if you're interested in it, they would be very interested in taking a new motor, they're going to put it in the building.
That loader's gotta have an overhaul shaft or something out of balance.
They're changing, they said when they pulled the shaft rod on it this time, that the pump sets on, it had where they machined it, it has a, you can see like a, where the machine gets new shaft, and so they put a new shaft in. And then they got they recooked it, they put it back in another.
Shouldn't that be under warranty?
It is under warranty. It's under warranty. I'm trying to see if it'd be interesting to trade it together. If you don't, we're gonna get that motor back. If it does, we may have a bill for the difference in a rebuilt motor and a new motor. Because we bought that motor rebuilt. That was when we went out to the motor, got 2 motors. When the problem first started, this motor was one of those. All right. Butterfield was saying he thought the VFDs were not set properly. And Kyron brought a contractor, an engineer up here to look at it, come in from our engineer people, and he comes in here and he says, you got the wrong brand VFD, you got the wrong kind of motor, you got the wrong automatic switch, you got the wrong, everything up there. I told Kyron, I said, stop it, I'm not, every piece of equipment we got to go is wrong. And so there's a company called Control Concepts out of Dallas, that's all they do. And I had one of their certified guys come up today and look at the controllers. The controllers are set perfect. There's nothing in the controller changed. But it's sitting there listening to everything that's supposed to be going on in the settings of the motor. The phase loss, which you got to, the motor's on 277 over 3 days. And in the controller, it's the automatic, it's set at 10% plus or minus on any way it drops out. I think we have to listen to all the conversation today. The reason we used to have problems that we're having problems today with, we had slow starts on the motor, and the motor kicked off and did that, and the system goes, so they put VFDs in it there, and started putting them in about 5 years. And it's a good thing because it's something working. But if you have an electrical problem like we're having right now, those motors, as quick as it dropped out, it was a manual contact that got that slow start up. And when it has any problem, it gets off. It comes off. With the VFD, those motors ramp down and they ramp up. That's the term so you don't get worried. Well, if electricity, you start losing the phase of your electricity, the 277 volts, a 10% difference drops the VFD online. But guess what? It takes that motor about 2 minutes to come down now. And the factory setting on that phase monitor is 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds, that motor's trying to kick back on with electricity running through one phase of the direction. Behind motor. So after the gentleman from the pump company, Control Concepts, TJ was up there today looking at everything, and with what everybody says do, this is what TJ had already told us, we need to put a phase monitor in that monitors the whole electric pattern. It's about, TJ said this is going to be super efficient. And when it drops out, then nothing can kick on for 15 minutes or 10 minutes. You're going to have a timer on it, set the timer for whatever you want it to be. You'll have a time for whatever you want. I'd say 15 minutes.
So it gives you plenty of time for your motor to ramp all the way down, back down.
So the motor's got to quit running before it can restart. The electricity will do it. One thing there. And then this, you had said, this may not be the answer to it, but it's the only solution we can see. And this is probably going to cost $200,000. Probably, I guess it's not a real expensive part, but the monitor, all 3 phases of the electricity, one phase does 10% of total load. The pump's going to wind on down because they will restart. It will never get to the phase monitor. It's a line, it's a low voltage thing, it's not full voltage. The controller. The gentleman, the big boss from Control Concepts, that make sure you get the 115 volt relay for it. He's having that circuit and TV, so I wouldn't go to play. We're going to control it through your control system, not through the electric. So that is the only answer I've got to from what we've all looked at, the best we can tell, the difference in the way the plant ran down, and wouldn't have motor problems, and never had a motor problem. If the VFD is ramped up, ramped down, and the soft start, and the hard start down, or hard off down, and the motor kicks off, and it just comes back in the system. I think we've done the right thing. It's just because if the phase monitor fixes it, the problem fixes it. From the best I can tell, it's all the problems we got. Because the VFD is hooked up perfect, TJ and everything sitting on it, so everything's just like it's supposed to be. No shit.
So yeah, look, if it costs $2,500, just keep it $45,000.
Yeah, sure. I'm with you.
TJ's gonna get,
like a reverse.
RDIS, electrician, they use, he's gonna take what convenience in the price. It's not what they're doing today, but I don't want to. He doesn't think it's gonna be.
Let's do like a reverse surge protector.
It's
If power's
another
not there, it's gonna hold it for safety.
So you got surge, pressure, you got lightning electric on all the whole system. I thought we had phase monitors in the system. We do not have phase monitors in there, we don't have these right. And they're gonna kick back on every 15 seconds if the voltage is there. No, it's gonna make you wait 15 minutes or wait a certain time, or 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or a certain time. It's not gonna let the motors restart. And even if it starts 15 minutes later, it's still not cleaned up. The motor's not gonna last after trying to start. We need some gears. All right, Philip Cox, you're up.
At least seven.
Yeah.
So right now, the $10 per day is what? That is the storage. Yes. At the shelter.
But if we pick it up, if we pick your animal up and you end up claiming it, you're paying $10 a day.
What if I just go up there and get an animal to get it out of your way?
You better come up with something. I'm just telling you, you can't adopt without. I mean, you need to come up with something to be signed or some agreement with. You gotta do something.
Is that not in the ordinance?
I thought it was. Can we, how hard is it to, I mean, we can amend these, right? The ordinance? The only thing I noticed, like it says, if any person is bitten or otherwise injured, da-da-da, please contact Linwood Police Department or Street Department. We don't need Street Department. We have patrol. And in the police department, if it's in the middle of the night, you don't tell them when you're gonna get somebody.
All right, so you want to take the storage fee from $10 a day to $25 a day, right? All right.
If it's clean.
And that, I would assume, would be an attempt to cover labor or whatever city employees want to get down.
Okay, let me, just a hypothetical here, but the rabies thing, yeah, I'm all in favor of that, and still having their shots. They'll be neutered before you can pick up an animal that's been picked up.
That's state law.
I'm not arguing that, because it's state law or not state law, but on the general surface, it's great, but if you had some kind of weird situation that someone, for some reason, you had high dollars, I mean, like, we flew out and picked up some dogs here, sometime back, that were $2,500 dogs.
You don't have a choice.
No, I would finish it. I mean, no, I'm talking to Chris, go ahead. Right.
Have they changed the statutes in the last 1 year? Well, no. They used to. That's just the way it is. That's the way it was. If you,
I just tell you where I just tell you my line of thought. Okay, guy I went to church with, he's passed away now, but his breeder fee on his stud was $25,000. Got a lot of money. Well, he lived on the highway, had excellent fences, but anything subject to getting out or something like that. But at what point are they considered in the possession of the city? Is it at the point of pickup, or is it within 24 hours, or in a typical record service, for instance?
2 weeks.
Okay, so you're saying you wouldn't have to dirt them and all that stuff.
If you pick up my dog,
Because if it's worth it, my point is, if it's worth anything much, the person's going to come get it.
if you're coming back down there and claiming your animal, it doesn't have to be fixed. But if you're coming down there to adopt an animal that we've had that nobody's claimed and it's now ours,
that's it.
it's supposed to be fixed.
That's,
Well-
and I'm good with all that. I was just making sure it wasn't accidentally.
But I would
Yeah.
think that if my dog is worth $5,000, I'm going to have a chip.
Well, not only are you going to have a chip, but
And
you're
we
going to
would
go looking for it. The first place you want to look is where?
100%. And I see what you're saying, but I don't think that an animal of that stature would sit down there for 2 weeks and not be
No,
done.
no. I was just making. I was wondering if it was. I don't want to say security, but in another person's pasture. At what point is it considered ours? Yeah, ours. Because when does the count going to start?
Yeah, because it's,
Yeah, we're good.
That's the only reason I went by that is because back in the day you didn't have social media, and it told you that you had to run an ad in the newspaper or something like that for 2 consecutive weeks, showing the animals, saying, hey, look, I picked this animal up, blah 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 blah. Is this your animal? That's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there's social media, which we use quite frequently.
Are we
So it's a little
posting
bit
the dog?
different.
You said you
Yeah.
posted dogs on the city website right now that we've got a need to be adopted. You got them on there already. Yes, we're already doing that.
Yeah, the Arkansas code on that is 2019-103. It's mandatory. Shelters, pounds, and rescue group must spay and neuter dogs before they're released back to
Hey,
them.
that's just how it is. You're not
And then it says the only exception is animals under 3 months, or if one is certified by a vet, medically unable to undergo surgery, it has to be signed with a lease agreement for future.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that under that age, you still have to sign an agreement
Yep.
saying, I will have it
Yep.
done.
But and a vet has to sign off that he can't really go under
Yeah,
surgery.
after it's been there for 2 weeks, whatever.
Yep.
Hey, you could go out with one of them papers, you know, like when you go in like a gas station, instead of mugshots, call it bugshots. You know, like the
This fee would need to be in an ordinance for, right? It's income, so.
No.
We can amend this one, so, right, it was created in August of '03.
Either that or get take like, Dustin said, they had this redo ordinance.
Just write it.
Abandon that ordinance and just rewrite that way, like when the council ordinance, because got down, don't change fees.
It really did. This needs to be revamped for years. If you're not going to go and make everybody abide by Section 3, it needs to go. Been trying to get that implemented for years, and we get around that.
We got other important things to do.
Let me ask you a question. What if we put, Chris and, Philip, let them get worked up the way we've been talking about it, take it to Dustin, and let Dustin bring it forward, ordinance back to the next council meeting. Is there anything y'all want to tell, Chris to look at?
I don't really.
Chris needs to look
As
at?
good a job as he's done so far, and so far he has been pretty much suggesting everything that I've been suggesting for years. It's a pretty good job results.
Well,
I mean, I'll be more than happy to help him. He can call me anytime.
We need to get an ordinance back to the council next meeting.
Yeah.
So, I would like, since Chris knows more about it than I do,
All I ask is if you're going to do it, please do it and enforce it. That's all I ask
No,
because.
what you need to do is look around this table right here. If you're going to do it, we need to implement it so we can.
Yeah, well, I just
Yes.
they promised moon before.
I understand. I did 15 years ago. I understand your budget. It's just improved. Didn't enough to happen.
I get a motion that I want that in there.
How much?
Is there a monthly fee or anything?
No.
No, is there a
No,
monthly
I-
fee associated with it?
Oh, I got you.
Hey, can he not borrow his when he's off? It's not like he's off all the time. I'm just asking, can he, if he has to go out, he puts it on if he has, when he gets done, bring it to you or another officer on duty and have it downloaded. Just a thought.
What's that?
Let him borrow his when he's off. I mean, he's not going, he doesn't take off that much. If he's going to, hey, you're on call this weekend, here's the body
I
cam.
will tell you this.
I'm just-
If you do that position, you're on call 24/7. I work a lot.
But I'm saying, it's him. If it's not him, they're asking for the other guy body cam. So it's not going to be both of them. He's already got one.
I gotta go, but I'm in favor of buying another body cam.
I'm just bringing it up.
No, I'm with it.
Make a motion in a second, somebody, because you always want to.
I make a motion.
Second,
I'll say,
no call.
No.
yes.
Yes.
So, you're gonna take this to Dustin, right? Is that right? With your new proposed fee, right?
He's off. Yeah, so he's not borrowing.
I would take every ordinance we got,
No, let them
with paints, dogs, and got idea we're gonna abolish all of these ordinances, and the new ordinance will be the one that takes effect for everything in it, and then we'll abolish any other dog ordinance we got, that way we don't have to look.
And we got one thing to vote on.
Yes.
Just the ordinance itself.
You just make us aware of it. You don't have to put that in our ordinance. It's already a statute. You don't have to worry about it.
I would check with him, but yes, it should be.
And you might just put any other
Hey,
statute
Alan.
that goes with it.
Thanks, sir. Glad you got to see me.
State statute, we'll get with Dustin, and get it built up,
He didn't have his mic on.
okay?
Now, does this need to be in there too, or is that what are we doing?
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, but
We can't enforce money without an ordinance, so.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to wait.
have Dustin incorporate the fee into the new ordinance.
Yes.
And then we'll vote on the ordinance.
All right.
Thanks for your work on it.
Thank you.
Very much.
All right, I gave everybody just a cover sheet that the lawyer said that it gets cut down. But the January 27th meeting, the bond attorney will be here. It's going to be the fund closing on the sewer project. We're going to start at 5:30. We're going to do the regional board water meeting at 5:30. And then we'll go into the council meeting with the lawyer at 6:30. Everybody good?
January 27th, correct?
January 27th.
I'm good with that.
And
Next
we
week,
will have to do.
We already agreed on the 27th. We already agreed on it.
Yes,
The
I'm
only
good.
thing we're changing is 5:30. But we need the Norman agreement agreed upon, we need the North Pike County agreement agreed upon, because those two monies have got to be approved. So we need that we'll do those in the 5:30 meeting. How will we do that? We'll accept the water rate. North Pike County has accepted the water rate in that meeting. Can we go ahead and use, we have to approve it again in the city council meeting for the city to accept it, or can we do it in that meeting? It's all city council here. If they'll have to approve it, then we'll have to put it in the city council. We'll have to approve it in their meeting, and then
Roll it over to
roll
ordinance.
over to
2%?
2% a year.
Or year. And they're on 2-year contracts.
Oh, yep. I know that too. I wouldn't put it. All right. Anything else?
Second.
Well, one thing we need to do before the vote adjourns. I think anything else? Chris, last meeting will probably be January with us, because he's doing us here.
Bless your heart.
So if anybody knows a city councilman on, what are you on the south side?
East
We
side.
need a south side
if you're thinking about saying something, Charlie already did. He said no.
So Cheryl
I
was
don't
not
think so.
in.
But anyway,
I talked to him 2 days ago, and he said, I'll go talk to Johnny. I'm really serious. I'm dead serious.
No,
I'm gonna kick his butt.
he said no. He didn't have time.
Talk to me.
He said he didn't have time. He got too many irons in the fire. I didn't talk to him. Unless he's talking about reconsidering, because this was a week ago when I talked.
This was about, hey, maybe, yeah, it was not, it was right for Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I talked.
That's not appropriate.
All right, other than that, I think we can motion to adjourn.
He said, if you didn't have to sit down. So we can range chairs.
After 30 minutes, but we gotta have it second. What's the motion second?
I did second.
He said, okay. So I can say no until he goes right there.
You didn't tell me.
I said no.